So now I'm going to act like we're watching TV together. So I'm going to do it away from her in a sense. Now again, I'll probably take a pillow, please, because we're just looking at her proportions, and I'll just see if this might be a little bit better for her. And see, just notice the difference, how, and again, she's supported throughout. So if I was watching TV, I wouldn't even be looking at her. I can do this at a restaurant, I can do this in the back of the car. So first when I engage someone, again, I'm just, hi, how are you, you know? I'll go, here, give me your arm. You know, so she's here. Now, my hand now is going over her system in this position. This is to help you ask you, like with your child, do you know what I mean? Again, this might not be exactly what he's doing, but just for your cognitive brain to start realizing that, to just be resourceful. Like even if he was lying down and the arm was engaged, you could still, if he was lying down, put maybe a pillow here, you know what I mean? And work here to be more successful, as an example. So now I'm here. So what I'm going to do, and this is very similar, sort of what we're doing the feet. I'm going to be working this way across, again, follow the hand through the top. Hands are easy because of the knuckles, but I'm not working on the knuckle. Very rarely do I necessarily work on the bones, especially if they're protruding. You'll never see me work on the profiles of the back. I'll work, and we'll discuss that more tomorrow. I'm on the sides, but I'm not right on the bone. So I'm just going in between the knuckle. I've got the hand here. Again, I could go like this, but she's not getting any feedback there from me. I'm just, again, I'm realistic. I mean, I have more real estate than most, but I mean, I can really use myself versus, you know. And I'm not saying I'm never going to do this movement, but I'm going this way. So I can get the whole, so when I get to a part where I want to start working, and this is what I'm showing you today, is balance and counterbalance through the hand. So right now, for me to pick up her hand, for me to rotate, I'm kind of getting, you saw the startle or staccato. That startle to me is already, I went too far. And now I didn't hurt her, I didn't, you know, she didn't go, but that still, it wasn't a smooth movement. And again, we're going for efficiency of movement. So if that's not efficient, if she needs to startle, that means when she goes to get up, you know what I mean? She needs to either maybe throw her hand first, or she's used to holding her hand and she gets up around it. And if she holds her hand and gets up around it, then she's going to have hip issues. Does that make sense? So like right now, you're in this position. Tighten your hands, and now get up through your right. See how your pelvis can't swing out? So now go back, open your hands, and now get up to your right. See the difference?
Yeah.
It's right there. See the rotation in the pelvis? So this doesn't rotate, this doesn't rotate. I believe that this is a gyroscope. These are sub-gyros. Wrist, the ankles, and the back of the skull right through here. So I should be here and be able to rotate and all. If I go here, if I go here, all around like that. This rotation. I go tight abs, tighten my butt. You know what I mean? I don't even look pretty, you know, to do that versus going over my pelvis. So just in the knuckle, my thumbs across the knuckle, again, more so, again, see how she doesn't counterbalance the hand. Yeah, if you need to come more over here, sorry. But what I'm looking for is that balance in the hand. Kevin needs this outright for what he does. He needs foot balance and hand balance to an umpteenth degree because of what he does. But most people really don't even think of the balance in the hand. Most people think of balance as through the inner ear. Again, if your inner ears are screwed, then you're going to have issues with balance. But you can't tell me you laying on the floor and going into startle, your inner ears are messed up. So, especially like playing piano, you want that balance. So I'm just here, I'm going through the first knuckle. And so see, I don't have it seesaw. That's just the easiest way to describe it, of the hand. And that's okay. So now that I'm into there, so feel how when I get into your system, all of a sudden the shoulder kicks in or something, you'll feel a tonus change. Now that I know it's in, I'm moving my left hand a little bit. This is a prime example. Her wrist moves to here, but I could get this to go further. This stops, period, the end. And again, I'm not even going to watch my hands. I can still totally teach what I'm doing. But I'm feeling the wrist with all of this. So what's really not happening here is her elbow's not flagging. So just like I've sort of been teaching you guys this week, so if I come over to my elbow should naturally rotate. Okay, for whatever reason right now her elbow is staying in this position. So you can all do that. If you just wing out your elbow, it's very hard to move your hand back and forth. Versus if your elbow is, feel the difference? Look at the amount of rotation you can now get. So, and now that I've even said something already, I'm getting, feel that your arm's responding more. You feel that?
Thanks for the comment.
Oh, yeah. Because again, she doesn't know me from Adam. I've never felt her up before until this morning. So, you know, when I start talking and her brain goes, oh, that's what you want me to do? Okay. But you're not going to have that necessarily with Jen. However, the more you get used to what I'm trying to teach you is her body and where her system's more successful, look at automatically how much more she can do. So if she's sitting nice and she's coming forward and she's, you know, manipulating and looking, wow, you know what I mean? Do you want to teach with that body or do you want to teach, you know, when she's just in total? But I don't think before you felt that there was an option. So, or you felt that she had to be more secluded to, quote, calm her down. You know, or, you know, set the mood more so than set her.
Yeah.
Now, it still can be, if you take her to a concert, she totally might be freaking out with all those people, but I'm just saying, though, that the more that she's more secure, if we're in a strange restaurant, whatever, with new people, she's cool with it.
Yeah.
Checking out things. So again, so now I'm still in the knuckle, but I'm a little bit behind, and I'm going to see if the pinky goes out and comes back in. So it's just like keyboarding. Typing the key with the pinky and coming back down. Now again, even though I'm, quote, on the bone, I'm not on the bone. If I was just right on this knuckle, see, I can't get that extension. It's behind and going forward. So just feel the difference. Go right on the bone and try and do it, and then go behind the bone and just feel the difference between getting the extension. Because again, you're really learning how everything kind of works together, not so much what each part is. So again, I could stay here forever just in this knuckle. You just see just the amount of time. Now, we were taught, I mean, that's just way too long. But I just was like, how much can you work here? So I started going, wow, if I got that in 10 minutes, I wonder what 20 minutes would do. I wonder what 30 minutes, you know what I mean? I just kept going. And I'm like, no matter how long you know, it just made everything mush. Now, if I wanted to, well, actually, so I'm going to the next knuckle. We won't go too advanced.
Rotating a wrist or no, that's all stay.
That's all stay, but I'm just again making it a little bit more successful. See, right now, already now, what I can do with her. Feel the difference? Mm-hmm. See how her elbow now is just totally rotating around? But that's okay. Right now, it's just...
Are you working just in the middle of the fingers?
Yes. Yeah, not on top of the bones, always in the middle. But see, if I didn't have this other hand here, can't explain it otherwise, you're just not going to get the same beauty behind it.
Yeah, you can see it.
Now again, she's secure, she's not falling off the chair, but it's just...
She's falling asleep.
Yeah. She's had a rough night. Now what I can start doing, because the second digit's done, see how my finger's here? So I actually can use more of my hand. So I'm coming up with this finger here. So nice. And so again, just typing on a keyboard. Now this might be too far across because I don't want to pinch her by restricting. So at this point, keeping the hand where it is, I just kind of snuggle this pinky in underneath, and now I'm doing the same thing, but now I'm switching over to the other hand. So see how you can go down, she's keyboarding. Again, if you think you're gonna have carpal tunnel after this, forget it. Carpal tunnel, I usually can take care of in about 10 minutes.
That is when, just explain carpal tunnel.
Carpal tunnel is when supposedly there's too much inflammation in here, so the nerves get pinched. So what they start to suggest that you wear a brace. Great, you have mobility issues, let's limit the mobility more further. And what carpal tunnel in my world is your lower back started to hurt, you didn't pay attention. And then your shoulder kind of started to hurt, you didn't pay attention. And now your brain just goes, you're not listening to me, sweetheart, now making your wrist hurt. But this mobility change will allow all of that inflammation usually to go away quite quickly.
So it's in there, it's not
It's
one
in
that
there.
affects the movement of the fingers?
No,
or-
there's different, you know.
I don't know, you get like a hardening inside your...
Well, you can get the hardening, or you can get the, God, my client has it, what the heck is it? What's it called with the, you almost get like a little bulb or lump in here. You might not get it because you probably see more pediatrics. Gosh, it's on the tip of my, the whole family has them.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, right in like into the ligaments, they kind of get like a hard bump.
Yeah.
So,
And then
no,
That's an important.
Back of the cancer. It's like a goose. Is it a goose? Right? Those big ducks.
yeah. Goose egg?
Yeah. 'Cause it's sort of
Yeah.
what it is.
There you go. Now
Yeah.
see here, keys going down and up. So see how she could feel the difference? But see now you're ambidextrous. If that's just as much force here as here. So see how I can talk about, see the balance differently in the hand? Now I haven't worked the thumb yet, but you see the difference? I'm coming in, again, not so much the thumb, I'm going into the meat of the thumb here. And the same thing. Just a roll. I mean, it's just, and you'll find your niche, what you like, but it's not a topical. I'm just, it's like I've got the bone and I'm just rolling it, but. Yeah, see, it's not a rub, I'm rolling the bone. See, because my whole, it's like turning a key or a door.
There's a store that rotation.
Right, just like if you open a doorknob. See how you present, so it's a rotation this way towards you, like DNA spiral, or, you know, and it's also rotation this way, so it's, you know, yeah. But see when you do that, how much it's more from your back versus.
Well, yeah, just on the wrist.
See now how much quicker now the hand is? So see, I mean, you can just sit and watch TV. And now, if you're more comfortable now doing this, looking at the person, you know, very easily, sorry, you'll all get my backs quickly. But just as easily, same thing, my hands are the same, and I'm just doing it this way. But see, it's still the keyboard's coming down, the fingers coming down. So it's wherever you feel comfortable, that person's comfortable, but also that you feel comfortable. But like I said, I'm so used to dealing with the kids watching TV, I think it's nice if you learn to do it away, so you're not trusting your eyes as much. Or while you're doing this, close your eyes for a second, just feel it, you know what I mean? You don't have to sit and do everyone's work closing your eyes, but again, just give yourself different opportunities to see if you can just feel what feels good. So, how's that feel? So now,
You
lift
still
this.
need to cover the armrest.
You want the person to be comfortable. So if like your lap is higher than mine, so if someone puts, you know what I mean, it all depends on where you are. But I had to make you successful. That's my goal. So, but anyway, lift this arm up and feel it. And now lift the other hand up. See the difference too, how she's raising from the shoulder?
Now she does this, and then
Yeah. Yeah. So, But if you, again, we're about to learn a new skill, which do you think is more available? You know what I mean? Like you were suddenly learning piano. Do you want to play piano with this hand or that hand? But I mean, that just helps if you can do any of this that I'm telling you and somehow apply it into your life, it's now more powerful. If I kept talking about piano, none of you playing piano, then, you know, in one ear and out the other. If you think of cooking, stirring a pot, all of this, even kneading bread, you know, all of that, you know, however it applies to your life, driving a car, you know, it just makes more sense to your brain. So, I like to eat, so I was going to cook. So,